What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the End Zone panel. Today we got mock draft 3.0 for you. 3.0, we're doing 3 rounds today. As you can see, it's just me and Aiden today. Preston having some internet issues, so we got a little 2-man pod. Ton of information coming in this one. I'm so fired up. As you can tell by the suit, I really look forward to these mock drafts. Aiden as well.
I'm
The
dressed
whole
up
week
today.
we've really been watching a ton of these prospects, and yeah, I'm excited to get going on this.
So for mock draft 3.0, we have three potential trades before draft. So I'm about to show y'all this. So first one, we obviously have Mr. AJ Brown, who's been in a trade conversation. Me and Shane were talking before. We ultimately decided on the Pats. I originally had this as the Bills, but AJ Brown's cap hit is $45.8 million next year. And people are saying for a first rounder, but usually people who give first rounders, like we saw with the Jets and Raiders when Devontae Adams got traded midseason, the Jets only gave us a third because Devontae Adams' cap hit was so low. And they were taking on the contract. So for the Pats to take on the contract, they're not going to give a first. So I have them taking a second this year and third next year to the Eagles.
Yeah, AJ Brown reuniting with Mike Vrabel. Patriots getting that wide receiver one, very reliable guy for Drake May to go to. Also, a little change of scenery over in Philly. I could see them. We'll get into it this mock draft, but this is going to impact their pick in the 20s.
All right, so blockbuster trade. We have George Pickens going to the 49ers for Brandon Ayuk and a fifth. Reports come out George Pickens wants money. Cowboys don't have a lot of money. There's potential sign and trade, potential holdout situation, but reports also come out 49ers are done with Brandon Ayuk. The owner says that Brandon Ayuk has played his last snap with the 49ers. So to make the money work, I feel like this would be the more probable situation. You could say for like, oh, he can go to any other team in the league. He can go to the people like Titans, Raiders, Jets. But I think if he wants to win and he wants to win now, and he tells the Cowboys that they're gonna honor his word.
Yeah. You look at a guy like Pickens, is he going to be a tag and trade scenario? So he would only be playing on that franchise tag. The 49ers would have to pay him. So that's why the compensation's Ayuk, a guy you haven't seen in a year, and a fifth. This would really, the probability of this, I'd say, is like really like kind of 2%. But
Yeah, this is just more of
it
a
this is more of like a fun move, just shake it up.
This is. I just think it's more probable if he does end up getting traded, he ends up going to like this it's just to make the money work, like just so like they don't he doesn't ultimately fuck over the Cowboys if he so chooses. So I'm gonna let Shane take this over as seeing it's the
Yeah,
Jets.
Jacoby Brissett to the Jets. I feel like if in my opinion this is the most probable move. You're probably asking, "Hey, why are you trading for a bridge quarterback and why aren't you just signing a guy?" Kirk Cousins has already turned down the Jets once. Derek Carr coming out of retirement, a lot of stuff would have to happen for that to go through. Um, Obviously, those things being one, he has to be healthy. This is all just speculation right now. He's saying he's healthy. Is he? Also, I don't think teams are going to view him too highly. You look at his tenure with the Saints, he kind of got kicked out the door. People were very happy he retired. Um, and he also like played like shit if we're being upfront
Yeah,
and
no.
honest those last few years. With Derek Carr, you're hoping people really need to kind of look at the numbers and realize when you're trading for him and having him start, you're hoping that he's the player he was 10 years ago. And the player he was 10 years ago was ruined by a season ending injury. And now he has an injury with his shoulder. So I don't
Yeah.
see Derek Carr being that enticing. And now he wants to play this like prima donna role of like, oh, I'm only coming out, for the right situation. Like, all right, do you want to be a backup on the Chiefs? Do you want to go back to your hometown and back up Mendoza? Um,
No,
or maybe
yeah,
even
I
start
agree
like the
fully.
first 5 games and then have Mendoza come in. I don't
He's
know, but also Derek Carr doesn't handle the media well. I don't think he'd fit in with. I don't think he would do very well in New
No, he
York.
wouldn't.
So Jacoby Brissett is the option for me. You trade a 6th round pick. Frank Reich has a relationship with him. I think it would just make a lot of sense for the Jets. You get your bridge guy. We'll see. We'll in our mock, we'll see if they draft one today. If not, he sticks out the year and then you pick a guy next year. Either way, I think the Jets are going to throw a dart this year. Whether that's Ty Simpson, who's a 1st round pick, do you want to use one of those premium assets on him? That's really, I feel like the fan base is split 50-50 right now. And then you got guys like Garrett Nussmeier, who I think will go by the end of the 2nd round. He'll definitely be a day 2 pick. Drew Aller is another guy that's interesting. Drew Aller, I weirdly like. I know that's very rare. Yes, I did watch Penn State games. I have one on in the background right now. Drew Aller, he has all the tools. He has the IQ. He just didn't show up in big games. Was that the coach? Was that the team? And it's not like this was a 1-year thing. This was kind of his whole career at Penn State. But he's a guy that has all the tools. A team is going to take him. He's not going to go undrafted. He's 6'5", cannon for an arm, loves football, smart guy. He's going to get taken. So he's my quarterback 4. And then you get into your guys like Carson Beck, and like kind of that tier.
What about the Toledo quarterback? Or the,
Yeah,
not the
I'm not a
NDSU
fan.
quarterback.
He
No.
he started 13 total games. He's in that Ty Simpson range. And then you add in that he also played at NDSU. They don't play the comp Alabama plays. So
All
I'm
right.
I'm not a fan. I think
I'm
that's kind of a smoke report.
yeah. I'm gonna switch over to the mock draft. But to
Let's
add
get
on to
into it.
what you said about Derek Carr, I watched his podcast today. Not coming. He said he's not coming out. So you don't gotta
He's not
worry
coming
about
out of
it.
retirement.
He's not coming out of retirement. He's done.
Good.
He said
Good.
he said if he was, it would be to coach, and no, he's not going to get a coaching. He maybe the Raiders, but they already just hired a QB coach. So
Yeah, but I don't think he'd get the full-time quarterback job right away. I could see him
no,
stepping in as like an offensive assistant, just like a very kind of not like a real cherry pick name. Just like a basic offensive
yeah,
quality control, have him around, be a guy for Mendoza to ask questions to. He would be valuable on a coaching staff, especially
he
with a
would.
rookie quarterback. So
He might stick
let's get
if he
into it
does come
here.
out. If he does come out, he might actually stick with the Saints and stick with Shuck. All right, so I'm not going to change this one. This is going to happen no matter what. But Mr. Haran, we go to 2.
Yeah, so obviously the favorite right now is Arvell Reese. Another guy who I watched a ton of this past week, and I feel like is growing more and more into being 50-50 between Arvell Reese and David Bailey. David Bailey, edge rusher, Texas Tech. He's just a freak. 14 and a half sacks. You really can't make up athleticism like you see with David Bailey. His numbers against the run also are very solid. His prospect grade through PFF is a 6.78. That puts him at a year 1 starter. His pro comp, his NFL comp, Nick Bonito. He's just hard for linemen to stay in front of. He really moves like he plays like a NBA guard driving to the paint. Like he literally plays like John Morant, just pass
Yeah,
rusher.
that's.
He
I
he
think I
gets
don't know.
home. He also has such a high motor. So David Bailey, I could see him kind of being the guy everyone's looking to now. In this mock draft, though, I'm shaking things up. I wouldn't be shocked if Aaron Glenn says, "Look, I have full faith in myself. I can fix this defense. I know my career is on the line this year." He goes and talks to Frank Reich. Hey Frank, what do you want? If he asks Frank Reich what he wants, I guarantee Frank Reich will come back and say Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate will bring another weapon to this offense. He'll be the perfect
What?
pairing to Garrett Wilson. And also, we are not going to be taking quarterback high in this draft. Next year, when we have 3 firsts to go up and get any quarterback you want, you will have Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, Brees Hall, who's most likely going to get extended. Mason Taylor. You got Ruckert, a very good offensive line. I think this pick is going to gain a lot of hype, and I would not be
Oh
shocked
my
if this
God.
happened.
Dude, that was the last thing I was expecting. I thought when you said you were going to shake it off, I thought
Yeah,
you were going to say Brees Hall's gone. I'm going to take Jeremiah Love. But Carnell Tate, okay. All right.
yeah. I
Fuck it.
think
Let's get freaky.
it's very possible. Just for the reason I said, I think Aaron Glenn is going to say, "Look, I can fix this defense. My job's on the line. I got this." Frank Reich, what do you need to go down and score points? And the answer to that is a compliment to Garrett Wilson, and that's Carnell Tate.
So I don't know about you, but I think this might be a stick and pick. I think this is Malkoa. I don't think they really take anything else. I
No,
mean, honestly, what
I
do you want?
like I like Arvel Reese here. I would not be
Ooh.
shocked. I can also see Maui Goa. You know what? I actually, the more I think about it, the more I see them desperately wanting to pair align
Yeah,
him with Paris Johnson.
I think they just I don't like this is like I want to I'm gonna switch up a lot, but I think this is the more honestly they could probably trade down because they're not going to take a lineman. They're not going. to You know what? No, they're stick and pick.
Yeah, I got yeah, I got the
So
Titans here sticking and picking Arvel Reese.
yeah,
I think Robert Sala, once he sees the Jets not go defense, he knows he's getting the best defensive player on the board. Arvel Reese, he's widely regarded as the guy with the highest ceiling in this whole class. The problem is you didn't see him rush a whole lot from the edge. When he did, he had good numbers. One thing I do want to point out, though, Ohio State played Miami in the college football playoffs. The Francis Mauigoa, the guy picked right before him, locked him up in that game. I do want to have that be known. So
it's you talk about
I
Arvel
wouldn't be
or Ruben
shocked.
Bain.
I'm talking about Arvel.
Okay. Oh my God, really? That's the first bad thing I've heard Shane say
I
about
know.
Arvel.
I
This is
know.
the first bad thing.
It's
So
you have to really like do some digging. Mauigoa is phenomenal, but there's tackles better than him in the NFL. So we'll see.
you want to
Arvel
get
Reese also is 20 years old and there's so much time to develop. That's not really a
so
dig at Arvel. That's more of a
yeah.
Mauigoa is legit.
Yeah. So honestly, if this is how the top four goes, they might trade down with the Commanders if the Commanders want one of these edge rushers or. But honestly, I think I have them sticking and picking and taking Caleb Downs. I think this is a not miss pass. I think this is one of the best talents we've ever seen come out of this draft. He does
Yeah,
everything right. It's just like it's poetry in motion watching him play football.
yeah, I could see Caleb Downs being the pick. Obviously, you saw
Yeah.
in the call, um, John Harbaugh is drooling over him. Another guy I think will be in play, and a guy who I think it is kind of eye opening to me. He is not in this top 10 on the right. Spencer Fano, tackle. Um, I think Fano is very much legit and will be in play here. I'm honestly shocked he's not higher. 21-year-old tackle from Utah. Both Utah tackles are going to be first rounds, but I think Caleb Downs is still the pick
Yeah.
here.
So I think this is just. I honestly, you know what? I think David Bailey goes before Ruben Bain, and you know how I've been shit talking David Bailey because I don't like Texas Tech edges, but
Yeah,
14 and a half sacks, really good run defender. He looks like a bot on the field. That's the only thing.
yeah.
He
You
looks
also
like
have
he
to
has.
look at the Browns and what they have. So they have
Yeah,
Mason Graham. They
they
have
have.
Miles Garrett. They have a solid defensive line. Do you want to add Ruben Bain, who in rushing off the edge, he can do it in a 4-3. He can't do it in 3-4. Every team kind of plays a hybrid 4-3-3-4 now. Um, I think the Browns are kind of gonna want to switch it up, have a guy that could truly rush out of a 2 point stance instead of a 3 point stance. In that case, David Bailey's the guy here.
Like you know how we've had them taking wide receiver or lineman in the past two drafts, but honestly, like this just becomes best player available. Like
Yeah.
you saw with
If
the
Ruben Bain's on the
like
board at 7, Dan Quinn is not passing.
yeah, no, he's not passing. I mean, Ruben Bing can fall anywhere between two. He can go 2, 4. Or he can fall all the way to 12. There's been a lot of mock drafts. There's been a lot of buzz. Obviously, he didn't really have that great of a game against Mendoza and the Hoosiers. That kind of put on a lot of bright spots. That's when Arbor Reese came into play.
I thought he looked very good in that game.
Number
I
eight,
could be mistaken.
number 8 was the one that looked good because he was the one who was like chipping everyone. But Ruben Bain had like one really nice tackle for loss. Other than that, he was. I could be mistaken. I could be thinking of something else. But when we were watching it, I didn't really hear his name called or see his name called at all.
Yeah, I just want to see
I
real
mean,
quick,
that run,
because I remember him having
he had
a
one really
pretty.
nice play in the second half to start off the drive where we thought, oh, they're gonna win this game. But then on that same drive, Mendoza went to Ruben's side and he scored that amazing touchdown, the rushing touchdown.
Yeah. The big thing with Ruben Bain, the reason he's going to fall off is not for that reason. It would be because he does have those T Rex arms, but I could see the combine being kind of make or break for him.
Yeah,
Not break. He's still going to be a first round talent. He's still going to be like a surefire good starter. It's a question of his ceiling.
yeah, I understand fully. I mean, to be a good edge rusher in this league, I think you really need to have that length now. I mean, you
Even
see it
just
with a
D
lot of
lineman.
yeah. I mean, you see it with a lot of other things like most short arm edge rushers don't really last. I mean, you see him in left tackles. I mean, Will Campbell was projected to be the best tackle in the league in the next 2 years, but he was awful this year. Now, was that to blame his injury or was that just to blame him? I mean, time will tell for next season when he's fully healthy. But like honestly, we were watching the Super Bowl and it was just watching like garbage.
Or his horrific play strength.
Yeah,
I I didn't find his. I think he just gets straight up pushed around too much. He's
yeah,
very slight for his frame. He needs to put on some weight, and his arms don't help him.
no,
I looked at him last year as a guard. I thought I think if he was a guard, he would be one of the best guards in the NFL. But you can't play offensive line with that play strength he
so
showed this year.
you ready to get a little freaky?
Let's hear it.
All right, so we had them taking Jeremiah Love or Jordan Tyson in the past couple of drafts, but the person
I
who has
think I know where
shot
you're
up.
going. In
Do you know where
three
I'm going?
seconds. In three, we're gonna count
Take
down
a
from three.
okay.
All right, you ready? Three,
3,
two,
2,
one.
1.
Sunny Styles.
Mansour Delane. Oh wow, I was going Mansour Delane. I was gonna. He's shooting up draft boards. I mean, they do need a shutdown corner. They don't. They lost Paulson Adebo last season to the Giants, who didn't really play that well. I mean, they don't have a really cornerback one on the roster. What they do have is Kamara for another year. Devin Neal didn't play that bad already, so maybe they don't see running back as a position need. Plus, this running back free agency class is only getting stronger by the minute. I mean, we just saw Kenneth Walker testing free agency, so maybe they're in a play for them, even though they don't really have cap space, but they sort of make it work every year. I mean, cornerback ones are really valuable for a team. I mean, to have a shutdown corner to take out the best receiver in the entire game. I mean, I think Mansour Delane has that um, duality as a player. I mean, if we want to get a little freaky, we could take him, but I could still stick a pick and take Jeremiah Lever Tyson. But this is your call, or Sonny
Yeah,
Styles. This is
I think Jeremiah Love's gonna fall a little bit. I think the
yeah,
Chiefs are gonna address running back in free agency,
hmm
whether that is Brees Hall, whether that is Kenneth Walker, or some of the other guys like Tyler Algier is also a free agent. I know teams look at Tyler Algier very, very highly, which honestly, can you blame them? The guy had 1,000 yards his rookie year, and ever since then, he's been so consistent, even with Bijan in the mix. Um, I can see the Saints going Sonny Styles here, just getting that true field general for that defense.
to
That
be
defense
and
too, which kind of needs that leader. You got Shuck now on offense. I think you get a Sonny Styles, and you're looking into the future, and you're like, all right, we got the two guys with the green dot in the back of their helmet.
Chiefs. So I do agree with you on that. That they're going to address it in free agency. I mean, Jeremiah Love is a blue chip running back. He is a blue chip prospect, but it comes to the facts like, do you want to be starting a rookie running back on a championship team? Not many
I
teams. I don't know.
I could
I think
see I could see right here being Jordan Tyson.
I was gonna say
The
that.
reason for that, they're losing their best weapon, Travis Kelce, this offseason. Rasheed Rice once again is in is in police trouble. Um, you
The
can't
only
rely
thing
on him.
is,
This what is
yeah,
this the third, fourth time now? Like, come on. You tried the Marquise Brown experiment. Um, didn't really go well. Xavier Worthy, you know what he is. He's a gadget guy, slot guy, take the top off the defense. Go get Jordan Tyson. He does everything very well. Phenomenal route runner, great at contested catches. He's just good at everything, and he's super athletic.
I agree with you, but I also want to put a little thought in your head real quick. I want to see if you agree with me. So Tyreek Hill is going back to the Chiefs. That's his only destination he wants to go to. Do you still think, let's say hypothetically right now that the Chiefs signed Tyreek Hill, do you still think they stick and pick Jordan Tyson?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Because other than Tyreek Hill, who do they have? There's a good chance Rasheed Rice doesn't play to start the
They got
season.
me, bro.
You know,
Dude, you know what sucks about number 10 is that Peter Woods has been mocked here a lot, and I don't want to see. I have a second, third round mock grade on Peter Woods, but the Shamar Stewart experiment, that was a whole shit show. From the contract to his stats to
yeah,
his
he's a rookie though, so he's still gonna
yeah.
get obviously all the reps this year.
So I don't think they go anyone in 6 through 13. I think they take an edge here to replace Trey Henderson. I think they're not going to go offense. Obviously, I think if you have like a Cassius Howe or a Kendrick Folk on that defense, it automatically brings it up. I mean, they already have decently enough corners. They just don't have any defensive line right now. Excuse me,
Yeah,
sorry.
I could
I,
see Mansour Delane being in
mhm.
play. Corner LSU had a great year. I really, honestly, the more I look into it, the more I see him going in this 10 to 12 range. He's a stud prospect, and he's a guy I think teams are going to be very high on. I can see the Bengals going with him here.
Okay. Bit, bit, bit. Oh, another team that I think is going to take. I think this is the back-to-back corner range. I mean, we have them taking a corner every single time, but like, there's not really any.
Yeah, Jernon
It's
McCoy
just, I
just
think,
seems like a lock.
yeah. This is where it can get a little bit. Do they take a Cassius Howell? Do they take a Keldrick Folk? Or if they don't resign Javante Williams, do they take a Jeremiah Love? It just becomes a best player available. I mean, if they want to take the shot, so maybe sign a vet in free agency, maybe bring back Rico Dowell, and then still take Jeremiah Love, kind of run a 1A, 1B backfield where we see a lot. I mean, I still have Jeremiah Love falling, but like I wouldn't put it past everyone. I mean, Jeremiah Love is a blue chip
I don't think
prospect.
Jeremiah Love is going to fall past this.
No,
The Cowboy
yeah,
Jerry Jones, if he sees Jeremiah Love on the board, he's picking him and kind of not asking questions.
no. So the Rams. So we did say we had Spencer Fanu going pretty high in this draft. I mean, to Matthew Stafford's obviously coming back for another year. This could be Ty Simpson. This could be Spencer Fanu. This could be, you know, anywhere on this board. But I think, honestly, if they want to protect Matthew Stafford, you take the right call. You take the offensive tackle. If you want to get a successor to Matthew Stafford, I think that comes next year. I think next year's
Yeah,
draft is like so much deeper, right? We saw next year's draft class, right? It was like eight or nine
yeah. There's
quarterbacks
going to
already
be
to pick.
probably like five,
Yeah,
five at least first round quarterbacks. But the problem with that is you hear that every year. Like this
yeah,
year was supposed to be a very good quarterback class. You look back, you look at a year ago, you're like, oh shit, you got Garrett Nussmeier, you got Drew Aller, you got obviously Mendoza. Kind of people weren't really talking about him as much. You got Dante Moore, you got all these guys, and now we're looking at a Mendoza, Ty Simpson, and then Nuss, and
Trinidad.
then everyone else is
Ooh, you got
just
Nuss over Trinidad. Oh, Trinidad. You know what? He's
Trinidad's
not
going
even
back to college, and I had Nuss over him anyway.
okay. So you want to stick and pick Fanu?
Yeah, I really, it would kind of blow my mind to see two tackles not selected in the top 15. Fanu is going to go probably higher than this, and even his teammate, the other tackle, is going to go pretty high too.
Lamu. So this is an interesting pick because you can go if they don't bring back D Hop, they can bring back they can put in a wide receiver. They can trade down. They can go Caleb Banks. But honestly, Kyle Van Noy is getting up there in age. He's 34. I don't. They might bring back Odafe Owe in free agency. I don't know, but I think if Cassius Howe or Keldrick Falk is sitting there at 14, I mean, I think that's just too good to pass up. I mean, that team really just needs to get home on the quarterback. They already have the secondary locked up. They already have the linebackers locked up. I mean, the offensive line could use some work, but if they were going to take offensive line, maybe trade down. But maybe they take Cassius Howe. Maybe they go back to Makai Lemon. I mean, this is sort of. I'm going to leave this up to you because I feel like you know a lot about Makai Lemon and what he can help to a team.
Yeah, Cassius Howell, he's a guy lined up who lined up almost every snap outside the tackle in college, rushing off that edge. In his college career, he had 26 sacks. He had 12 sacks last year, 27 hurries. Those 12 sacks were in 300 true pass rush snaps. He's just a guy who's very solid against the run as well. And you can't kind of you can't overlook him on the pass rush. They brought in a guy last year, Mike Green, and Mike Green, he's truly just a pass rush guy who's horrible against the run. Cassius Howell, you can play kind of every down, and he could also get home. The Quite frankly, the Ravens need sacks for their defense to work. I think Cassius Howell is the guy here.
So with the Bucks, obviously Mike Evans is coming back, but he's not under contract. But did you hear what Mike Evans said or what his agent said? He said he wants to test free agency
He
for
just
the
wants
first.
money. He's coming
Yeah.
back. Test
So
him up.
with Mike Evans presumably coming back as a done deal, this could be anywhere between Peter Woods to Katie McDonald to, getting another Keldrick Folk. I mean, they need to help out that defense. I think with edge rushers come as a premium in this league. They already have Vita Vea, but Vita Vea, I don't even know how old he is right now. I think he's getting up there in age, right? Yeah, he's 31.
Yeah,
So
and
maybe,
also another
maybe
thing I want to put out here,
yeah.
um, Jamel Dean, their number one corner, is a free agent. They
Mm,
could look at a guy like Avion Terrell and say,
I was
look,
just about to
like
say that.
Avion Terrell, I love the talent, and it also fits their need. I think Terrell would be the early favorite for this pick, and I wouldn't be shocked if that's the
We're go-
guy.
we're gonna take Avion, but you know who else is gonna be jumping up in the first round now? Your personal friend Colton Hood.
I
Your
know
personal
Colton Hood.
friend.
He's gonna shoot up
He's
boards.
low on this because I don't know why, but Colton Hood is going to show up in the later rounds, maybe like towards this range. I mean, Colton Hood is just a great talent. I think the combine is really going to show us what he really can do. I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't be a first round talent. I mean, Tennessee really wasn't that good this year, but that could play part. But so, Mister Haram, we're at 16. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, pick 16. You saw we took Carnell Tate in the first. Makai Lemon's sitting here at 16. I could see a team wanting to trade up. I think that is very much in play. So if we were to look at a team that may want another receiver, maybe that's someone like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe that's a team like the Los Angeles Chargers. I can see it being the Steelers, just because the Panthers took two wide receivers in the first round the last 2 years. So for the Steelers, um,
Yeah. honestly.
Go, yeah, go for obviously their first and then their third.
Okay. I have to. I'm just gonna throw in a
Throw
fourth.
it, yeah, throw in
Yeah.
like a fifth or a fifth next year.
Bang. All right. So you have them taking Makai Lemon. You don't have them taking Mr. Simpson over at 16 if he's still there.
Yeah, there. It's really a toss up. I think if Lemon's sitting there at 16, I think he'd probably be the guy.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah. Wow. Called it.
Ooh. So 17. Uh, honestly, maybe we just saw a mock draft where Vanga. Oh wait, did we already have him taking? Oh no, we didn't. So we saw a mock draft taking Vega from Ohio State, Penn State. We had him going in the 24-27 range, but he's been jumping up mock drafts. I mean, he's an interesting guard. I mean, he could play anywhere from guard to center. I mean, he didn't play that in the college career, but he has the wingspan. He has the build to play center. He has quick feet. I watched a lot of film on him. So maybe this is a 17 pick. I mean, Jared Goff isn't getting any younger. I mean, you want to give Jameer Gibbs great what's the word? Great space and thing. I mean, they already have Penei Sewell on the right tackle. I mean, that offensive line really isn't getting any older. I mean, I think maybe if you pair Vega with Penei Sewell, that right side is going to be amazing.
Yeah, you look at Vega. He's just a nasty player. The last 2 years in 27 games, he's let 0 sacks. He's just phenomenal in the past. And you get to the run, he's nasty. He's going to get at people. You know, that's a guy that this Lions identity he would fit right in with. I can see Vega kind of being the guy, and then kicking one of the guys right now into center.
Ooh, so we get to the Vikings, and there's been a lot of speculation with 9 and everything, but I don't know if Ty Simpson goes here, but
No, they're not taking
no.
a quarterback in the
Well,
first.
honestly, I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't put. If he's here at 18, you know,
No,
I don't know, man. 9 was
if
really
if
fucking
you were to
bad.
see a team take like that would mean they love the value. I don't think any team right now
I'm,
really loves the value. We're gonna hear after the draft. Um, don't be shocked if you start hearing like Ty Simpson at pick two conversations after the draft. I will lose my mind if that's
oh,
what
after
this
the
comes
draft.
to. I'm sorry. After the combine, sorry.
Ooh.
After the combine, I could see like people saying like Ty Simpson should go number two. That's going to be a thing. Let's not forget Baker Mayfield was not supposed. He was supposed to be a second round pick, and then in a week, it's like, oh, Baker Mayfield, yeah, Cleveland really loves him. He may go number one, and then what do you know? He goes number one.
This just sent Ty
Um,
Simpson number 1 of the Raiders. I would actually die.
no, Mendoza's kind of cemented himself.
He's not even doing the combine, so it doesn't matter.
He doesn't have to.
So
He,
at 18, this could be potential trade down. I mean, I don't know who would really jump up at 18, but this team really has a set D line. Maybe they still take a Caleb Banks here, maybe a Keldrick Falk.
yeah, I
But
could see a Kenyon Sadiq going here. Um,
ooh, at
yeah,
18 to
yeah,
pack.
I think Kevin O'Connell would love get another
It's,
weapon, taking some
yeah.
slack off of Jefferson, giving your young quarterback another weapon, just a guy to help nine out, give him a big target. So now you have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Kenyon Sadiq. You can't ask for more, and also T.J. Hawkinson. But I think this would be a very good pick for the Vikings.
So at 19, we have the Carolina Panthers, and I don't know where this went, but here it is. So,
I think
you
Peter
know,
Woods. I
oh,
think he's the
you're
guy
gonna say
here.
Peter Woods. I was gonna say Caden McDonald. I think Caden McDonald jumps too, but I hate Peter Woods, and I have a third round grade on him because I fucking hate him. But I'll take Peter Woods here at 19 if you want.
Yeah, I think that's the
Okay,
guy.
good. I just
Dallas Cowboys, baby.
Who do we have to take? We
Keldrick
had,
Falk,
yeah, he's
welcome to
still here.
Dallas.
So I'm gonna,
If Keldrick Falk, Jerry Jones is just gonna love that guy. He plays hard off the edge. He very good against the run. He obviously needs to develop his pass rush a little bit, but I could see that very much being in play. Now we get to the Jets here. Obviously, we traded down. You look at the board, like if you scroll down a little bit,
yeah.
there's some guys that would be looked at as reaches right here. I think the Jets personally stick and pick Caden McDonald if they trade back. You get that D tackle. Caden McDonald also thrives in a three-man front. He's literally just a Hulk against the run. You plug in Caden McDonald, and immediately your run defense gets better. And now you're saying you have Anzalone too. You have Anzalone, a proven linebacker. You got a big D tackle. That's gonna tremendously help your run defense.
So this is where it gets a little tricky. I mean, the Chargers have Lad McConkey and Quinn Johnson kind of really didn't. He kind of proved why he was a first round pick. I mean, they could still go wide receiver, but Caleb Banks is just sitting here. I mean, to pair him with Cleo Mack and Joey Bosa. Oh, Joey Bosa up there. No, sorry. To pair with Cleo Mack. I mean, they don't really have another edge rusher. They don't really have another D tackle. I mean, take a little pressure off Cleo Mack, 36-year-old Cleo Mack. But,
I love
just a
that.
value. Yeah, just a value here, if anything. So Preston might kill us, but so we talked about this Casey Conception to the we just talked about how AJ Brown's going to get traded to the Pats for a second and a third. Why not take Casey Conception? I mean, I think I know Denzel Boston's sitting here, but like Casey Conception, I've been talking about this for Shane, but I think Casey Conception has the opportunity to be like a wide receiver too in this draft. I would really like him coming out of Texas A&M.
I like it.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say something. The Cleveland Browns. Who do we have them drafting in the first round? On the first five? Oh, David Bailey. You know what? There goes Denzel Boston at 24. I mean, help to get Jerry Jones, Jerry Judy some help, or Shadur's help. Give him as much fucking thing as he wants. But
Yeah, I think the Browns would be drooling if this were to happen. You have a quarterback with accuracy issues in Shadur Sanders. Now you're getting a guy in Denzel Boston, big 6'4", throw him up the ball. The only problem with Denzel Boston, which is why I think a team like Philly would like Concepcion over him, is the fact that it's the question of every jump ball receiver coming out of college. Are they good at jump balls because they can't get open and all they get thrown is jump balls? Or are they just good at jump balls and they can get open? That's kind of the question here. I think Cleveland though just takes him. You get that red zone weapon. Now you're with Shadur Sanders. You have Denzel Boston, Jerry Judy, Harold Fannin. Now you're giving your quarterback ample targets.
so the sorry, the Chicago Bears. I see them. They if they want to protect Caleb Williams, they can take Lamu or Proctor. But sort of the problem for them this season is that they didn't really get a lot of sacks. I mean, they have Jaquan Brisker. They had a bunch of. They had linebacker play, but in order for them to kind of thrive, they need to get the ball out quicker. Like Jaquan Brisker is more of a hit and stick safety. He's more of a box safety, as we've seen him get played. He's more of the strong safety role. So TJ Parker's still sitting here at 23 at 25. They had Montez Sweat, who was really good in his younger years. He's getting up there in age. I couldn't tell you the other edge rusher they had. Maybe TJ Parker goes here
I
at
just want to
25.
make
Maybe
a
they,
quick note here.
yeah, go.
Jaquan Brisker is a free agent.
Oh my God, that is right. No, you know what? I think he comes back. He loves Chicago. He really does love Chicago.
Yeah, your teams are going to throw money out this offseason.
Yeah. Honestly, you know who I've been if now that you say that, right? Now that he's a free agent, you know who I've been seeing a lot kind of get pulled up? Thinaman, safety out of Oregon. I've been seeing
Yeah,
him
I think a
get a little
first would
more
be a
looks.
reach for him.
Yeah,
I love him as a player, as a prospect. I think the first would be a reach. I think early second now that's where he
you're
should
gonna you're
go.
you're gonna see something later that I'm gonna say, and I don't know if you're gonna agree, but I'll say it now. So Seahawks, yeah, Seattle Seahawks have 32. They're losing Kobe Bryant, and they have Nick, whatever his last name is, I can't pronounce it. Maybe they
Imamori.
take them. Yeah, maybe they take Thieneman. Maybe they match him with instant replacement for Kobe Bryant, who's like 5'9". To have a safety pairing
Yeah.
build them too. We'll see at 32, but for the Bears, I think they stick and pick T.J. Parker. I mean, they have Montez Sweat, who's like ancient, right? He's old, or is he like one of those
Montez
players that
Sweat
could like?
isn't that old. But
Oh, he's 30. Dude, he seems like he's been, but maybe pair him with T.J. Parker off the edge, or if you want to go the protect C.J. Stroud route, we could. What do you want to do?
where we at? We got the Bears. I would go TJ Parker.
All right.
Get him an edge rusher. Give him a little more juice.
Oh, this is where Preston would be screaming at us right now because there's no wide receivers.
Yeah, this isn't a sexy
No.
spot for Buffalo right now. With the way the board's fallen, though, looking at CJ Allen here,
Sorry.
I think the Bills would he would come right in, just be a thumper in that defense. I think the fans would love him. I think he would just immediately step in and be that defensive leader that I think a young head coach in Joe Brady could use. Matt Milano's getting up there for an age. He's not very reliable. He's always hurt. Go get a guy that's going to be out there every snap and just be reliable and have that green dot in the back of his helmet.
This is where I have Lamu going. I know they have him over Proctor, but we
I
said Lamu.
100% agree.
Yeah, Lamu. I honestly, Lamu, like we said, Lamu has the opportunity to be a top 15 pick. I mean,
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
so much upside, and
I'm hoping as a Jets fan that he looks very good at the combine and measures out very well. So that way, maybe a team calls for that pick 16.
you'll get
But
calls. You'll get
I
a
think
lot of
they're going to go
calls.
early.
If you'll get more calls than you think, it's just if Aaron Glenn wants to stick and pick. I mean,
We own the most traded pick in the NFL draft. Do you know what pick that is?
16.
Number 33. It's the
Oh,
first pick on day two. So everyone's calling about that guy that they swear is a day one player. It's the most
yeah.
traded pick in NFL history.
All right, Raiders,
But
do something
Houston
with that. I want
Texans
breakdown.
here, I think Proctor is probably the
Hmm.
guy. I think you're looking at another tackle.
So 29, Ty Simpson is still here.
Yeah,
He's not going
I
to make
think
it
this
out
is
the
where he
first round.
goes.
Yeah. I mean, to back up Matthew Stafford for a year and then come in, like, this is
Yeah,
just.
but actually, you know what? Here's the
Mm-mm.
thing.
He's going here,
Here's the
bro. He's
thing.
not making out the
No,
first.
the Rams are going to look at this like, look, Matthew Stafford has one more year. And the thing with Sean McVay too is they're going to go all in on this year. They are. They've came out and said that I can't see them taking a quarterback and having them sit. I think they're going to look at that defensive side of the ball, and they may look at a guy like Monroe Freeling
It's
and like the
offense.
value there. Or I'm sorry, Christian Miller. I'm blind.
Honestly, they might take Monroe Fueling too, but like, I just think like it's 29. Ty Simpson's projected anywhere from 12, 13, 16, 21, 23. If he sits behind Matthew
Yeah,
Stafford for a year, I don't know. I think they just,
I
I think
could
my,
see him slipping, but
I
we'll
don't know.
see.
It's gonna be it's a lot after the combine. It's a make or break combine for him. If he has a bad combine, he's not going the first.
Yeah.
But if
Either way,
he
though,
wants
I
to,
think the
we'll
Rams are
take
going
Christian
all
Miller
in.
to pair with Fisk and Verse on the defensive line too, and Byron Young on the other. That defensive line is scary. Then the Denver Broncos. Oh, I hate them. Oh, but this could this could very be a trade. I mean, they don't really need corners. They have Pat Surtain and Riley Moss. They have defensive line already. They have great offensive line. I mean, I could
Yeah,
see a
I think
safety
Aaron
being played.
Glenn would make a very Aaron Glenn move
What do you want to do?
and call
What do you
up the
want to do?
Broncos.
We're
and
doing it.
trade
We're
up
doing it.
from that pick 33, or even pick 44.
Nope, you're giving
I
up
would do
33.
33 though, just because Aaron Glenn's in desperation. Sean McVay isn't. Sean McVay, I don't see him reaching on a quarterback in the first. What'd you trade?
I just gave a seventh since you're moving
Oh,
down 3 spots. So I gave up
yeah,
33 and a seventh.
yeah. They're gonna if they're taking Ty Simpson, it's gonna be a trade up and reach on him. The reason being, you get the 5th year option with the first round players. That's big for quarterbacks, especially if they're sitting a year. Um, I think that's gonna happen if he
So
falls this far. But
there, yeah,
I
this is a
really do
freaking mock
see.
draft.
I think it's either Pittsburgh or the Jets. I don't think the Rams are really in play for him. I don't think they'll go after him.
So an interesting prospect. We had this in the last mock draft, but I think it's the same. I think Mesidor goes at 31. I think Mesidor is helping out that defensive line. Obviously, Christian Barmore is probably not going to play next year because of that case. Maybe if you want to go a little freaky, you want to jump up on Chris Bell. Chris Bell jumps up 31. I mean, they do need a receiver now that Stephon Diggs is probably not going to play next year either. I mean, they have Pop Douglas, they have Kayshon Boutte, but is Chris Bell 6'4"? Is that what I saw? He's 6'2".
No, Chris Bell's like 6'2",
Yeah,
6'1".
6'2", 230, 6'2", 227. Maybe they take a Chris Bell, but I think they stick and pick Mesidor. I mean, I wouldn't put anything out of the cards. 31 is usually oh, we're not gonna have another pick for the next uh till the next second round, like late second
Yeah, I
round.
think it's
Take the guy with the high
Mesidor as
ceiling.
well.
Yeah.
Pick 32 here. I see Seattle.
So
I do see them going safety. I see them going another prospect, Emmanuel
yeah,
McNear
yeah,
Warren.
yeah.
6'4", long, rangy, can patrol the field. That's what they want. They want Eamon Wari playing in the box, which is, if they were to go with Dylan Tiedemann, that's how he's
Yeah.
best utilized in the box. They're going to want a center fielder, and that's Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
Yeah, you're right. I started as a true freshman too. So they just traded down. Honestly, Anthony Hill Jr. might be in play here. They do need another linebacker. They don't really need offensive line.
I wouldn't rule
Anthony
out
Hill Jr.
Brandon Cease just for the fact they may be getting sick of Riley Moss's penalties.
Yeah, well, he's also
It kind
really
of
bad at football.
no. I think Riley Moss is a solid football player. I just think he's playing the wrong position. I think he should play free safety. And
Well,
that's not
honestly,
that's not saying
or just like a
white dudes
slot,
can't play corner.
or just like a
Yeah, the
slot. I
slot,
mean,
but
slot corner.
I don't think he's an outside corner.
I don't think he's an outside corner either. I think if he's going to stick and play corner, you have to put him in the slot. You see what the Eagles are doing with Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean played mostly slot and
Teammates at Iowa.
yeah, they were teammates at Iowa. That's true. Wait, what? They were?
Yeah.
Brandon Cease went to Iowa?
No,
Oh,
Cooper DeJean and what's his name?
oh my God, dude! I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. Okay, we're gonna stick and pick
Riley
Brandon
Moss.
Cease here. We're gonna stick
Yeah.
and pick Brandon. I mean, to have him next to Pat Surtain too, learning under Pat Surtain is crazy. So who do we have the Cardinal? We had them drafting Fanu, right?
Yeah. I could see this being corner, Keith Abney.
Perfect. Okay, there's not much to say there. That defense could use all the help it can get.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
want to beef that up.
who do the Titans taking? Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. If they want to protect
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward to take Monroe Fielding here, I mean
Yeah,
they
I think
have.
Freeling would be the pick. I think
Yeah,
Anthony Hill Jr. will also be in play.
where is he? There
You
he
just
is.
scroll past them.
There he is. Bro, I'm just gonna take. This is who we need. Teammates with JPJ at Oregon. I don't think he let up a sack
You gotta
last
switch it
year.
up, bro. I'm getting
I
crafty
don't.
with these Jets
Well,
picks.
the thing with the Raiders is that we fucking suck, and we don't.
So
I mean,
so do we.
you're
At
gonna
least
see
you have
what
a
I'm about to do.
quarterback.
Okay, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do because I have us trading back up into the second. You'll see.
Uh-oh. You
Want
better
to talk
hope I
about?
don't mock whatever player you're looking for.
But you won't. Trust me, you won't. So with the
No, or you could do what
Giants,
I do and just talk me out of it.
no, we're gonna get Surratt.
Oh, Elijah Surratt. Yeah, no, that's very possible. You may even trade with the Jets.
At 444.
Yeah,
So the thing is, we have three. I think we have three third rounders next year. I could be wrong.
yeah,
I
but
mean, we're
third's a
gonna
lot of value.
we're
To
gonna throw a third this year and a second next year and another third next year. We're gonna try to, dude. You get Mendoza as wide receiver one. It's all right.
yeah,
But
that's a
so
hefty price. Three thirds and a second
no, no, no,
to
no,
move
no, not
up.
three thirds, not three thirds, three thirds. A third this year, a second next year, and a third next year
That's two thirds and a second.
to move up.
That's way too
To
much.
move up. Well, we have pick 67.
That's way too much.
We'll
Like a
see.
third and maybe a fourth could get it done.
All right, we'll do that then. Well, it's a mid second rounder. You're gonna have to get a second back.
Yeah. New York Giants sitting here. We had them taking Caleb Downs. I could see this being Chris Bell. Get Jackson Dart, another weapon. I think they're going to look at receiver, especially
Sorry, bugging.
if what's his name, Wandell Robinson doesn't resign.
Wow, they have Omar Cooper over Elijah. That's stupid. Sorry.
They do.
Yeah, it's wow. Elijah Surratt's gonna go mid second. So the Texans, we had them taking. Who do we have them taking? I'm sorry, Caden Proctor. All right, sick. So they have Caden Proctor. They have an offensive line. They don't really need defensive help. I could see a potential trade down, or if they want to,
Anthony Hill.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, Aziz, I think they might be getting tired of Aziz Al-Shire. I mean,
You
he's
also
been.
need another linebacker. You can't
I
just
mean,
run with one
to be
linebacker.
fair, Henry To'oTo'o did have a pretty good year,
Yeah,
but I think it's
but
actually no.
is
Aziz
Aziz
Al-Shire
a
is a
free
free agent.
agent?
I think he's a free agent. He is a
Let me
free agent.
see.
Okay,
Yeah, I think Anthony Hill would be the pick. You
perfect.
get a guy that's great in coverage, can come up. He's not scared to thump either. I think that would be the guy. I love Anthony Hill. I really want him to fall 44, but I feel like
That's not happening.
if you put him in D'Amico Ryan's hands, he's gonna be special.
All right, so we had them taking David Bailey at
David
4,
Bailey, and
and we
then we
had them
had them taking
taking
Denzel
Boston.
Boston.
Okay, so this could be a Thinaman. I mean, they do kind of need safeties. They kind of need a lot. I mean, they just lost. They're losing both their guards actually. Their offensive guard and offensive tackle both said they're not coming back. Wyatt Teller and who was the other one? He just said he's not coming back. I'm blanking on the name, but as of right now, there's not really many offensive guards, offensive tackles in this sort of area. I could see them trading out, but honestly, if you want to bulk up that defensive backfield, and they already have Denzel Ward at corner and get a stud safety, maybe potential number one safety in this draft class, not number one safety, number two safety in this draft class. No one's beating Caleb Downs. Denneman maybe that tier. I mean, I'm. This is the only thing I can think of right here.
Yeah, I like Tiedemann here.
That's how you say his name, Tiedemann.
I believe so. I could be
Okay.
wrong.
No, I think you're right because I can't. I don't.
I
Tiedemann
know
is the way.
I'm not sure. That's just I feel like I've heard that
Yeah.
said before.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, you know how you
So
pronounce the Penn State guard's name?
Venga.
Vega Awane or Yowane.
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 What the fuck?
Is it Yowane or Yuan?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
All I
care.
need to know
But
is
I
how
know
to
it's like
pronounce
Ya
Fernando Mendoza.
Ya.
So our Mason Thomas, we had our Mason Thomas going pretty early in most of our mock drafts, early second round. That is.
Yeah,
Not
he's
early
going
first.
here.
He's going here. Help Chris Jones out there. I mean, they're gonna lose Leo Chanel, who really did come off the edge a little bit, but this is a stick and pick. So, fuck it. Let's have them go receiver. Sorry. Um, I think we had them taking a corner, right? Yeah, they took Mansour.
Yeah, I think AJ Halsey would be the pick here, and that's really kind of making me kind of pissed because once again, that's another guy I really want for the Jets. But I think that's great value. Like you said, Tiedemann has potential to be the second best safety. So does AJ Halsey. He comes down. He's 5'11". He is 205 pounds. He pops. You watch his tape, and he's laying booms all over the place. He can play in range. He's very good in that kind of that nickel come in the box role. I think he's going to be a special player.
Uh,
Yeah, so New
Saints.
Orleans Saints, I got them taking Zion Young.
The edge out of Missouri. Oh, you have Gabe
Yeah.
Jacobs falling. Okay, I like it.
This isn't even really falling. I think Zion Young's going to go earlier than Gabe Yakis just for the fact that he's a better run defender by a
Yeah.
very good margin. He's the best run defender in this class, actually, and in terms of edge rushers, according to the percentage from PFF posted it.
So with the Dolphins, I think we had them taking corner in the first round, correct? We took them having Mansour Lane. Or yeah,
There's
they
a
did.
guy sitting here. I think Jeremy Bernard is a guy that's going to
Ooh.
be targeted. Jeremy Bernard, also Eli Stowers. I
I was gonna
wouldn't.
say Eli Stowers. I wouldn't put it past them either.
Yeah,
I
Eli
think Eli.
Stowers. You get a big weapon just to come in. Take. I think Malik Willis is either going to go to the Dolphins or the Cardinals. Um, in this case, if Malik Willis were to go to the Dolphins, you would get him his weapon. Jeremy Bernard is a very good receiver.
We're gonna
He's
go
one of the more
Bernard.
pro ready receivers in this class.
We're gonna go Bernard.
It's up to you. I think it's
I'm good.
50-50.
I think it's 52, but I think now that they just lost, what's his name, Tyreek Hill, and honestly, they have. I think Gesicki's still under contract, right? I think they'll wait on a tight end. There's a lot of this tight end class is not superstar heavy. Like there's Sadiq and like potential superstar stars, but it's a lot of like good potential starters in this draft class.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see as we get into the third round. You'll see more blocking tight ends and all that. But with the Jets, do you want to do that trade or do you want to stick and pick? This is up to you.
Let's make that trade.
Okay, let's make the trade. So
Do the Jets currently have a third rounder? I think we got it from Pittsburgh, right?
76. We're
76.
gonna so we're gonna trade you
Yeah.
that, and we're gonna do this then like a fourth. You want to do a fourth this
Can we
year?
get 102?
Is 102 a fourth? No, you get 124. Actually, no, you'll probably get 102, and then we'd probably take like a seventh.
Yeah.
All right, so where is he? There he is. This is wrong. Elijah Surratt's going to go before Omar Cooper. I mean, is Elijah Surratt the one that made the helmet catch
Yeah,
on
he
the
was number
side? That's
13. He
him.
was making some
Yes.
crazy catches.
You
Only
get
problem with
windows.
Surratt is his separation.
Yeah.
But when he does get when the ball's thrown his way, you can almost count on him coming down with it every time.
Yes. I like that trade.
I
do
love
like
that
that.
pick for the Raiders. I would be very optimistic if I'm a Raiders fan and this is how the draft plays out.
Yeah, this happens every year. Well, so with the Ravens, we had them taking an edge. I remember that. Um, honestly, is
Isaiah
Matthew
Likely is
Judah?
a free agent.
He is,
Isaiah
but
Likely's a free agent.
yes,
What's his name? Mark Andrews getting older and older. Do they look at a guy like Stowers and get Lamar another youthful option? Although I feel like that would why not just re-sign Likely?
yeah. Honestly,
You know?
I think I might be going linebacker here.
Yeah, Deontay Lawson I feel like is could be
Yeah.
the guy here.
So with the Buccaneers pick, I don't remember who I had them drafting in the first. Do we have them drafting Avion Terrell? That's right. Gabe Jacobs is still sitting here. I mean, they do. I mean, I think if you're sitting with the Bucks and you're looking at your positions of need, I think LT over. We talked about this a lot. I think Overton might have a better ceiling than Gabe Jacobs, only because Overton played harder competition, and I think that sort of will translate to the NFL. I mean,
Hmm.
Illinois, not really in a huge like football. It's not really a huge football program. It's more of a basketball school per se in the past couple years. Well, not past couple, but like LT Overton could be in play here. Maybe Gabe Jacobs. I'm going to leave it up to you. I think they do really stick and pick an edge rusher here, though.
Yeah, I think Yakis would be kind of would be definitely a name that a lot of people would mock right to them. But Colton Hood is a guy that the Bucks could really like. Did we mock them a corner already? I
Yeah,
think we
we had
did.
we already did Avion Terrell. That's why I said an edge rusher.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
And
Eli
DPS,
Stowers, another guy in play.
CT.
Kate Otten is their only tight end. They may want to get Baker another weapon. If that's the case, Eli Stowers would be the guy. But I wouldn't rule out a Gabe Yakis or a LT Overton.
We're gonna make Preston a little happy, so we'll just go LT, even though Gabe's probably gonna go for. So we have the
Gabe's definitely
Colts.
no.
Yeah, we have the Colts, and I don't. Dude, oh, they didn't have a first round pick. This is where Gabe Jacobs might go.
Yeah,
Now that
Gabe
we think
Yakis
about
is gonna go
it,
here.
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Peewit. But so the Falcons, they would have took Gabe Jacobs too, since Shane Pierce is done playing fucking football. Another team that didn't have a first round pick. You know what? This could be Eli Stowers territory. Kyle Pitts, does he stay? Does he
Could be Lee
resign?
Hunter
Does he go?
territory.
Ooh, I wouldn't. I would like that. Do you think though, if they have, if Kyle Pitts doesn't come back, Eli Stowers is sitting right here?
If Kyle Pitts doesn't come back, yeah, then Eli Stowers would. That's why free agency is so important with these, because we're making mock drafts and trying to guess where free agents are going to go. So it's a little difficult. Um, well, in this one, we'll say Kyle Pitts leaves
Okay,
with the
then
new
we'll go
regime coming
Stowers.
in, and Eli Stowers is the guy.
That is right, the new regime. Oh, so we're gonna go with the Vikings, who we had taking Colton Hood. This is the pick.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing. There's not Colton Hood. We just spoke about it. He's first round talent. If he falls to the second round, it's a Will Johnson situation. Even though Will Johnson really had those
Well, Will
injuries problem,
Johnson, you know why
yeah,
he fell.
the injuries and all that, but he's still really good. He had a decent year with the Cardinals, but you expect to see a lot of corners go in the second round, a lot of secondary.
Yeah, you got like Abney
You
starting it
got
off,
Pons.
Brendan Cease,
You got Pons. We were
D'Angelo
just
Pons. You
oh,
also have what's his name? Keontae Scott from Miami.
Keontae Scott could have like he has a case to go early second, maybe late first. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
just
lot
some
of corners.
stats about Colton Hood is he had 13 coverage stops in last year at Tennessee. That put him in the top 20 in all of college football. He also logged only one interception, but he only allowed one touchdown. So you got the 1-to-1 ratio at least. But he lined up primarily outside at corner. He played a little bit in the box and a little bit in the slot. That box lineup's really a slot role, but he's 20 years old. I think teams are going to be high on him. 6 foot, 195.
So we got the Detroit Lions. Uh,
Romillo Height. They're losing Al Qadim Muhammad. Romillo Height.
what you said from Miller just got me, bro.
Romeo? I don't know. I'm not fucking
Dude, no, you
cultured.
just went. You just like
Someone.
you were like Romillo. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I like him.
Okay.
Texas Tech. You when you turn on David Bailey's film, you look at Romello Height, and you're like, wow, this guy is really fucking good at football. And then you look at his numbers, it's crazy shit. You know what? Guess what his PFF grade was in 2025?
Oh, I don't like PFF grades. Like a 79.
92 and a half.
I don't
This
like
guy had 9 sacks, 42 hurries, 11 quarterback hits, and that's in 350 pass rush snaps. He also logged 200 snaps of run defense. Romello Height's he's a very good pass rusher. It's a question of can he play the run? That's where you saw a little bit of a fall off. But even just if you could get a situational like pass rusher here, I don't think the Lions would complain.
I mean, to learn under Aiden Hutchinson too. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
you're learning under Aiden Hutchinson and that Lions defense, they know what they're doing. They're
so.
gonna
This is
develop
a.
them.
I think this might be a corner or a Thieneman. Not Thieneman. A Tierman. Pick. Do they want to protect Bryce Young? Do they want to get another corner to go with J.C. Horn? I'm leaning towards protecting Bryce Young since he really kind of does need all the help he can get with him being 5'9".
Yeah, I like Tierman here.
I mean, me and you both talked about it. We really want Bryce Young to succeed, but you need to give him. He's 5'9". He's not the biggest dude.
Dude, I'm rooting for Bryce Young, man. But like,
He's not the biggest. He really isn't the biggest. Did the Packers have a first round pick?
all right, where are we at here?
We're at Green Bay. Did they have a first round?
No, they
They
did
didn't.
not. They
Okay.
gave it to the Dallas
So this
for
is
the
where
Micah.
Keontae. This is where Keontae Stott would probably go. Him or Lee Hunter. I mean, secondary is really a position need for a lot of teams. I mean,
Yeah, Keontae's more of a slot guy. If they're looking for an outside corner, the guy would be D'Angelo Pons from Indiana. If you watch the college football championship, D'Angelo Pons had that sick play at the end. Um, I both of them are very good prospects that played a very good year of football. It's a question of do you want slot or do you want the outside here for the Steelers? What do you think?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Do you
I'm
think they're
sorry.
going to go slot or they're going to go outside?
For a corner or for a receiver? You said
Corner.
the
We're
Steelers.
talking about fucking corners.
Yeah. Uh, they have JPJ. They're gonna go slot. I mean, just have a good slot in the NFL is a premium. I mean, you don't really see it a lot. I mean,
Mm.
Nate Hobbs was with the Raiders for a little bit, but he kept getting hurt, and he was good when he played. But he was pretty good when he played. He did get paid this free agency, and guess what? He got hurt again. D'Angelo Pons is 5'9". He's a perfect slot receiver, slot corner. Sorry for the Steelers. You have JPJ and you saw a stupid fucking Instagram tweet: 0 touchdowns in 3 years. To wide, yeah. By the way, that was to wide receiver. He got scored on by fucking Kenneth Gainwell last year. But D'Angelo Pons not a steal, but it would be a really high ceiling pick for the Steelers. I mean, you don't really need to be that tall as a slot, and he's not afraid to
Yeah,
get his nose bloody.
I'm sorry. I kind of mixed up. Pons is the slot guy. Keontae Scott's the outside guy. That's my apologies if I threw you off a little bit,
Yes, I'm sorry. That's why I'm gonna stick and pick Ponds here.
dude. You know who's going to be the pick here, and he's going to look like an All Pro.
Say it.
Jake Golday, linebacker from Cincinnati. Oh man, him stepping into that Eagles defense, he had such a good year in Cincy. He's rising up boards. People are starting to mock him in the first round, which I think is a little
Really?
rich.
Ooh.
But I like him in the second. I think he'll go early second. But yeah, people are starting to put him in the first, late first. I saw a mock. I think it was Denver or maybe New England taking him.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
I forgot if it was Daniel Jeremiah or someone else's.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Not, Darren Jeremiah doesn't really. Dude, wait until Mel Kiper comes out with his fucking draft. Oh,
I'm so sick of that guy.
it's he needs to retire. So with the Chargers, their offensive line still fucking sucks. I don't know where the center is. Who do you have them drafting in the first? They drafted Caleb Banks. They need offensive line, and I see him. I see. I'm not gonna even pronounce his last name. I'm not Ehen Akor. Sure, fuck it. But Connor Liu has kind of been rising on my draft boards. Not a lot of centers in this draft class.
Yeah, he's flying up everyone's
Yeah,
boards.
I'm gonna stick and pick Connor Liu here. But we get to the Jaguars, another team that didn't have a first round pick. Lee Hunter is still sitting here, and I think they double up on the Hunters for the last back-to-back drafts. I mean, it's just coming best player available. I mean, Lee Hunter is just sitting here, bro. I mean, if you want to think and
Yeah,
pick him, where do
I
you
could
want to
see
take him?
Omar Cooper maybe being in play.
I mean,
Obviously, they made that move for Jacoby Myers.
yeah,
They made that move for Jacoby Myers. They said Travis Hunter is going to be playing primarily corner. Um, I wouldn't rule them out. Parker Washington also gets used. Omar Cooper's a very solid receiver. I wouldn't rule them out there, and I also wouldn't rule them out for a what's his name,
they're
Lee Hunter.
Lee. I'm gonna stick and pick Lee Hunter only because I
Yeah.
think they already have BTJ and I
They
think
may
them
trade
moving
his
it.
ass.
Yeah, but I think them moving, saying that Travis Hunter is going to play primarily defense this year is trying to get BTJ more involved. I mean, we all saw what happened last year, but his rookie year was something special. They had TJ Parker in the first. All right. So they could double up on D line. I mean, as you see, team needs D tackle right there. I mean, I can't tell you their D tackles for the life of me because I'm not really a Chicago Bears enthusiast, but they could go here, or they could replace Jaquan Brisker if he leaves with Kamiri Ramsey out of USC. I mean, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Yeah, I mean, as it says here, he does have speedy footwork, but I could see a Corey Leon going here. I could see a Ramsey going here, or they could surprise everyone and take not surprise, but they could take Shane's personal friend Derek Moore out of Michigan.
Yeah, my boy, Derek Moore. I think Corleone's probably the guy here
Yeah.
if he's there.
By the way, Shane's personal friend Derek Moore. Watch out for pick number two. They might take him just because Shane's the boy. But all right, so here is where things can get a little questionable. As we saw, we did a George Pickens to the 49ers mock draft, all that. But as Shane said, it's probably not going to happen. Bernard, you played his last snap there. Ricky Pearsall isn't really coming into anything. Omar Cooper Jr. could be in play here. Pick him up with, and Jawan Jennings is a free agent. They don't have anyone now.
Yeah, Omar Cooper, I think would fly off the board here. I think you'd see the Bears make their pick, and then the Niners are picks already in.
It's like the Jalen Rager, Justin Jefferson thing. Oh,
Yeah,
they didn't.
guy laughing
Oh.
on the phone. Rick Spielman. Now is
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. Did they have a second rounder already? They didn't. Okay, we had them taking Kane Proctor. All right, perfect. So they already took offensive tackle. CJ Stroud needs all the protection he can get because he is not that good. Uh, what we've discussed, I think off camera, is that don't be shocked if a running back could fall off here. Joe Mixon is he could we I've heard if I don't know if you guys seen, but there's been tweets about him potentially retiring. That the injury he hasn't recovered from it that much. I mean, people said he's coming back week one, didn't come back week one. People said he's coming back mid-season, obviously didn't come back this season at all. I mean, Jadarian Price out of Notre Dame was sorry, Jeremiah Love's backup, but as soon as he entered the game, you didn't really see much of a fall off. I think that you can. I know Shane has Woody Marks in fantasy, and he wouldn't like to
not a
see it.
fan.
You're not a fan of Woody Marks?
No,
You think they take Jadarian Price here?
I wouldn't rule it. I don't. I wouldn't rule it out. I actually think that would probably be the pick, with how the board falls.
I mean, yeah, he's 5'11", 202. He's a bit stocky, right? He's a big stock. He's not tall, but he's 202 at 5'11". He's built. He's like there.
He can move.
So I think the Bills go with your personal friend, and that's gonna suck because you're gonna have to play him twice a year. But I think they go with. Oh wait, no, did they take? Oh, they
No,
didn't.
I could
Right?
see Chris. I could see Chris Johnson here. The
Really?
Bills, they trotted out Tre'Davious White this past year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
their first round pick they took last year was barely on the field, hurt. You need help in that secondary. I wouldn't rule out Chris Johnson. Also, Kamari Ramsey. Um, Cole Bishop's solid. You're losing Hamlin. He didn't really play this past year, but they played Jordan Poyer. The more I think about it, the more I think Kamari Ramsey would probably be the guy.
You
The
don't
way
think
this
they
board
look? You don't
falls.
think they look towards that rusher? Actually, no. To be fair, they're probably gonna bring back Joey Bosa.
Yeah, I think Ramsey would be the guy.
So we had them taking right. They traded down twice, right? Yeah, they took Christian Miller and they took Fanu. This is probably where Chris Johnson goes. I mean, they had fucking Emmanuel Forbes this year. Emmanuel Forbes had a really good start to the season and then shot down. I mean, you saw catches getting made on his head. He kept getting up slants. He got beat on the corner routes every single time. I mean, if you guys are on Twitter at all, you saw the Rams Twitter going crazy about Emmanuel Forbes. Like, what happened to this kid after the bye week? I mean, taking Chris Johnson would probably be a plug and play. You have him and Forbes take a little pressure off Forbes and all that. If you got any objections,
Who do we have them taking the first?
they had the offensive lineman. Oh no, they had Miller and they had Fano.
Miller and fine. Yeah, Chris Johnson would probably be the guy. He just sounds like he'd be a Ram too. I don't know why. Chris Johnson.
Denver, the Denver Pussycats. Where did they go? Did they trade out? No, right? Oh, they did. They took Brandon Cease. Okay. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
Yeah, we
Oh,
moved with them.
dude, like I said, you might see Max Clare at Ohio State here. Go for he's a tight end. He's right here. They had Evan Ingram. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Bro, it's Cooch, bro. Oh my God. So spent they had Evan Ingram come this in the season. He's on a 1 year deal. He wasn't bad, he wasn't good. He was kind of mid. Uh, for Max Clare to come in, 6'4", 240, he does block he's more of a blocker, but he does do good on the quick routes. He's not going to give you a corner route. He's going to give you this out routes. He's going to give you these drag routes. He's going to get you the yards he wants. But I don't really see them taking anything on defense. I think their defense is pretty set. Their offensive line's good, and obviously, yeah, Champa's over here. I think,
Yeah. Like you said,
that's
Max Clare, 6'5", 243 pounds, just huge. You saw his production at Ohio State. He had last year 448 yards, 2 touchdowns. The year before that, 684 yards, 4 touchdowns. You're drafting him to block. He has 72 run blocking grade, which for a tight end is very solid.
so with the Patriots, right?
What
Uh,
scares me about Claire, though, is he had his worst grades against the best teams.
yeah, I just honestly like they could trade down, or it's either a trade down or they take a tight end. I mean, I don't really see them taking anything in this vicinity at all. I mean, maybe I don't know. They would take Matt Clare. He's I think 6'4", 220. You can put him in system with Bo Nix and Sean Payne. Sean Payne had Jimmy Graham. I mean, Jimmy Graham was a similar size, right?
Yeah, they're gonna get Bo Nix a weapon at tight end. Yeah, this is the one that pisses me off. Did We didn't have them going edge already, right?
Yeah,
New
we did. We
England.
had them taking Mesidor.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, why? You want Derek Moore?
No, I don't want Derek Moore to go to the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Uh, do they have we had them doing Derek Moore. They obviously don't really need an offensive tackle. What I could see is maybe a Dominic Orange. As I said, Christian Barmore probably won't end up playing this year with all the legal trouble he's in again.
Christian
Uh,
Barmore.
yeah, he's in a lawsuit as well. You remember that? Him and Diggs got the lawsuit back to back. You see it now?
New England's defensive tackle Christian Barmore is facing a misdemeanor charge of assault and battery on a household slash family member
Hmm.
following an alleged August 8th incident. Wow. The This charge involves allegations of physical violence against the mother of his child, with an arraignment now scheduled for March 9th. Wow.
So they have who I'm blank on the name. I think it was Milton Williams, right? They stole from the Panthers in free agency, right? Like he accepted the offer from the Panthers, and then he went to the Pats for more money.
Milton Williams, I didn't hear that he accepted an offer from the Panthers. I didn't
No,
hear that.
that was the whole thing. He was like, oh, he's going to the Panthers, but like, oh, switch up. He's going to the Patriots for more money.
Oh, yeah. Last
Uh,
offseason.
so Dominic Orange here to just kind of replace Barmore. Barmore's not going to play next year. I mean, he
Yeah,
fucking
Dominique Orange is just going to step up and he just
yeah.
fucking clogs every hole. Pause. Um,
Great analogy, bro. I love it.
I mean, that's the best I could really do.
Who'd we have? We haven't taken Cease, right? No, we haven't taken a safety. Ooh.
I could see them taking a Hennicore tackle from Arizona
Ooh,
State.
really?
Yeah.
6'6". Is he?
They want to keep that all line up, right?
I agree with you that they're going here. I was going to see if they maybe can move him to guard. I mean, a lot of offensive
Yeah.
tackles have really good feet. So, like, maybe, yeah. So, with the Cardinals, it's weird. They already took, right? We already had them taking. They took a corner, and obviously they took Fanu, or not Fanu. They took Malco out of Miami. So they already took a corner. They already have an offensive tackle. What I could end up seeing is maybe a Trinidad if he does, is he's here. Maybe if he's
No,
here.
he's
Or a
coming
Nussmeyer.
back.
A Nussmeyer maybe here in the third. You have Kyler. Maybe a Nussmeyer
Yeah,
here.
I that's actually who I was gonna give a quick shout to. Garrett Nussmeyer here.
Do you want to take him?
Yeah,
If you guys didn't see, Shane made a whole 6 minute breakdown. It's an amazing breakdown. He went in depth with everything. You guys should go check it out. It is on our
it's
Instagram.
on the Instagram. Yeah,
It's a great. We should do more. We're gonna end up doing more of those closer to the draft.
player
But
breakdowns.
yeah, we should. We're
Yeah,
gonna end up
I
doing
could
more.
crank those out. I
Yeah.
love doing them.
So you guys should go watch it. It's an amazing breakdown. I mean, I watched it about 3 times over, and it's just he hit every single detail. So
Appreciate it, brother.
the Titans. If you want my honest opinion, they took Monroe Fielding. Oh, they took Arlo Reese. Okay.
I can see
Maybe,
Chandler Rivers.
yeah. I was gonna say, if they didn't take Arlo, oh my gosh, yeah, corner.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's a
slot.
slot corner.
So if I wasn't gonna say Chandler Rivers here, if we didn't have them taking Arlo Reese in the first, Derek Moore, they would be jumping on Derek Moore. They would be. But maybe this is where your
I
personal
I th-
friend goes.
yeah, I think it's bound to happen.
I
Um,
mean,
you
if
know, what
it's
can I
not at pick
say?
two.
At pick 6, 7, I got the New York Jets taking
Oh.
Derek Moore, my boy.
Your boy at 6'7". The Raiders. This was the Raiders pick, so if you
The
better thank the
Jets at
Raiders.
6, 7. What's better?
Dude, either the Raiders or the Jets have 6'7" right now. Let's go. Who we have the Eagles taking? We had
We haven't
taking a
taken
wide
a
receiver, right?
linebacker.
And a receiver, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Joshua Josephs could be in
Golday
play
and
here.
Concepcion.
Lucas could be in play here. I mean, they have Carter. They have Jalen Carter. They have Jordan Davis on the D end. They didn't really have any edge rushers. That's kind of why they bring in Brandon Graham. They sent Nakobe Dean off the edge a lot this year. I watch a lot of Eagles games because one of my roommates is an Eagles fan. Nakobe Dean's leaving. He's not coming back. Joshua Jacobs. Sorry, still reminiscing, but Joshua Joseph could be in play here at 60 or 68.
Yeah,
Perfect. Uh oh god, the Texans. Bro. We're gonna have to keep going down. The CT is
just
kicking
beef
in.
up edge.
Beef up edge. You want to go with Anthony
Yeah,
Lucas?
Anthony
I,
Lucas.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So we
Cleveland,
got
they need more than one receiver. Chris Brazzell, I could see them going with. Or not, yeah, that works too.
oh weird.
I was actually going to
You see
switch it to
CJ
the guy
Daniels?
from CJ
Right.
Daniels because
Yeah.
Chris Brazzell is like a big receiver, and they already got Boston, but it's all
Holy
right.
fuck.
He's really
Uh
6'4".
we got the Commanders on here. Uh Zach Ertz
Yeah,
is letting
Jack
us know.
Endries.
Yeah.
Get a rookie in there
6'4".
under.
He is more of a pass catcher than who we took for the Broncos, but that's more of what Jaden Daniels needs. He can also block too. We get to the Bengals. They took a corner in the first round. I don't remember what we took in the second. They took a safety. Um, they still need a line. They still need defensive line. I think maybe they trade down. Maybe they stick and pick Darnell Jackson Jr. from Florida State. I'm an FSU fan, so I watch a lot. He's very high upside. FSU just really kind of shit the bed this year towards the end of the year. I think maybe this is where they stick and pick a defensive line. You got you good with that?
Yeah,
All right, perfect. The Saints, the New Orleans Saints, they need. I think we took a corner for them, right? Or no, we didn't. We took Sonny Styles. Perfect. This is where Daylon Everett will go. I mean, they kind of need a corner. I think I was trying to. I think this is just a sting and pick right here, right? Yeah.
hmm
All right, perfect.
yeah.
Trinidad Chambliss right here.
Yeah, we just gotta leave him. He's not coming out.
So they have no Gray. Kelsey's probably going to retire. Michael Trigg is intriguing. He's 6'3", 250. He had 50
Get him
catches
in
for
that
700
Kelsey
yards and
role.
6 touchdowns.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Uh, we had them taking the Alabama, and we had them taking a corner. They could take Blake Miller here. I mean, he's a more of a he can go inside to guard too. We saw that in his earlier days at Clemson. I mean, anything to protect the quarterback. If Trinidad does declare, maybe they take him here, but we're gonna say he doesn't. He's still going back to college here. So I think they take Blake Miller.
Yep. All right. Go to linebacker.
Oh no. I
Jacob
think
Rodriguez.
yeah, this is who I
Welcome
want.
to the Jets, baby.
This is who I would have the Raiders taking at 67.
Dude, you can't tell me that after this draft, like, I feel like this is the best outcome, or at least like this gives the team the highest floor.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I think if
it's not crazy. It's really not that crazy.
I
You're
think
you're
if
just
yeah,
hoping for a bounce back year from Jermaine Johnson, who was coming off a torn Achilles last year. Is that too crazy? No. Let's not forget he
no.
was a first round player. We
This
have
yeah,
two edges on our roster are drafted in the first round. We gonna draft another one? Get a
no.
fucking receiver. Come on. Let's get sexy in this bitch.
They could go Jack Slaughter here from Florida. He will easily the centers can get easily moved to guard.
I like
Uh
it.
yeah, easily moved to guard. Colts. Alec Pierce is gonna probably go. I saw Michael Pittman be a cut candidate. Maybe they take a CJ Daniels here. I mean, or this would technically be Chris Brazel, but I think they stick and pick a receiver here. I mean, in the third round, if those like, events happen and all that.
Yeah, I like Tari New York as well, linebacker from
Ooh,
A&M.
we're gonna
Fill in
take
that
Tario.
that LB core.
We're gonna take Tario. So we have the Falcons. They're gonna take. I think a CJ Daniels could go here. Help Drake London. Darnell Mooney's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it's plug and play. Uh, number 80. This is where things can get a little freaky with trades.
Yeah, I like Jonah Coleman, running back from Washington.
hmm
Derrick Henry's getting up there in age. Give him a back like you can actually trust, give him the ball to. I think that's a good compliment to him.
We get to the Jaguars, and I don't remember who I have them taking, but I'm looking at Emmett Johnson right now, and there's a really good possibility that Travis Etienne does not come back to the team. So maybe they take a flyer in Nebraska. Uh, yeah, and you good with this? Flyer here, right here.
Yeah.
He's 5'11", 200. He's kind of built like ETN. I mean, of course, be a plug and play in the Jaguars offense. Uh, you good?
Yeah, hold up. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see if that works now.
Yeah, we're
My
good. All right.
AirPods kept disconnecting.
So we're at the Vikings pick, and we're gonna. I'm sorry, I don't remember who I have them taking. I think we had them taking Kenan Sadiq, and we had them taking. They didn't have a second rounder, right? No, they didn't. Oh, they did. Colton Hood.
Do they take a
Okay.
Carson Beck here? Have him sit under 9, and just for the reason that if 9 were to get hurt, he could come in. I
Do
mean,
you
this would
think?
be
Do you
like
think?
the two most hated quarterbacks in probably the NFL on one team.
Do you think we talked about? Do you think Drew Lar might jump Carson Beck just because Carson Beck is like 26? Well, he's not 20, but he's old.
I have him over Beck, but teams won't. Beck just has so much experience.
Okay. I think I have a lot over Beck because Beck is an old for a rookie. But we're gonna take Beck here, and that quarterback room is gonna be ugly.
Yeah, you got 9 and Carson Beck.
So we had them taking Kaden McDonald in the first. We had them taking. Did they have a second? I wish there was a way you can just click their team and it'll just show you what they have. And we had to take a Thineman. Okay, perfect. I think Skylar Bell fits in right here. I think they're getting tired of Leggett. They have uh McMillan. I think you need a slot receiver. I think Skylar Bell from UConn will fit in right here. He has the opportunity to be a wide receiver too if Leggett still shits the bed. But you know, yeah.
Hmm.
The Green Bay Packers, they need all the receiver help they can fucking need. Romeo Doubs is leaving free agency. Zachariah Branch kind of has, I think Zachariah Branch has one of the bigger upsides for late round receivers.
I like him.
You like him? All right, perfect.
Yeah,
Steelers. This is us taking a pick right here. Grunning's dunker out of Iowa. They're losing
I like
Pouncey.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Actually,
Dude, who do you have the chart? Do we have the Chargers taking a guard? Because I'm ready to take. This is where most offensive linemen will like high upside offensive linemen will end up start going. We had them taking Connor Liu. Yeah, honestly I could still see him taking back to back offensive linemen and
yeah. After what Herbo went through,
yeah, the Miami Dolphins. We had them taking Blake Miller. Okay, that's good. Did we have them taking a tight end? We didn't. This is probably where you would get Justin Jolly out here, NC State. He's 6'3", 251. He is more of a pass catcher, which is probably what the Dolphins need. Second can be more of the blocking role. I mean, I think this would be a stick and pick right here.
I
Yeah.
like it.
All right. The Jaguars. Oh gosh, we had them taking Lee Hunter, and we had them taking. They didn't have first rounder, right? Beef up that offensive line. Maybe
I like
take a.
Danny Dennis Sutton
Ooh.
edge. Get a little edge depth in there.
Mm-hmm.
Big dude, play to run.
We have the Bears out now. Do they want to take Jaquan Brisker's coming soon? Jaquan Brisker's sort of replacement here.
That's yeah. That's where I was gonna say.
We have the Dolphins now. Again, holy Christ, again. Maybe they take. Actually, no, they could probably use another edge or Malachi Fields at Notre Dame right here. I think he's another person that could sort of jump up draft boards as we get. But I'm not against taking another edge
I
or
like Malachi
you know.
Fields here. I think he's going to
Mhm.
be maybe even a day two guy, like a round two
Ooh.
guy.
So this is
He
where
he
they would probably
he was
take a
so good at the Senior Bowl. He's
yeah.
gonna have a really good draft too. He's gonna rise up boards.
So with the Bills, I think this is where they kind of take a flyer on edge and maybe Tyreek Sapp, but I'm leaning towards Mikal Kamara. I mean, he's 6 foot, but he's 256. He flies off the ball from Indiana. We saw it in the Senior Bowl. I'm not the Senior Bowl. Someone in the college football playoffs. He kind of had decent football playoffs. That's why he's in the third, but he might fly off draft boards. But I think this is where the Bills take the edge.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. All right. The 49ers. Uh, I think Sam Hecht is where it goes. I think you can never get too much offensive line, especially in the third round. We had them taking an offensive tackle in the first round, but
Yeah,
we're gonna stick and pick. You can always protect Brock Purdy.
I like it.
We're gonna go the Rams, and we're gonna. I don't know. I mean, this could be another potential trade. They don't really have a lot of holes to fix, but maybe they take edge depth. Maybe they take a Sam Roush Stanford tight end. I mean, they have Ferguson, but that's about it. This is more of a blocking tight end. He's 6'6", 260. This is totally your call, though.
Yeah, I like Will Lee
Ooh, the
from A
corner.
and M. Yeah,
Ooh.
beef up that secondary a little bit.
So we get into the Broncos pick again. I think this is where you kind of need to take a receiver. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember we have him, but Antonio Williams is still sitting here from Clemson. He's 5'11", 190. They don't really have a slot. They have Cortland Sutton. Will he get cut? Will he not get cut? I think this is where they have a really feel they need a slot. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect. All right, we're getting into the Patriots pick again. Uh, we had them taking Mesidor already. They have. I don't. I think this is where Sam Roush can go for a tight end. I don't really think they have any other tight ends under contract. Right, Hunter.
hmm
I think this is Hunter Henry's done last year on that contract. I think Sam Roush more of a pick here at the third, take a flyer, maybe get Drake Mason more blocking help, maybe more of another threat.
I like it.
Seattle Seahawks, man. Oh,
We didn't have them
uh,
going receiver, right?
I don't remember. I think we had them going. Yeah, we had them going safety, and we had them
All
going
right, I
offensive
like
tackle.
Deion Burks
Okay,
from
perfect.
Oklahoma.
Uh, get the So we have I don't remember them taking a running back here, right? No, I don't think so.
No.
So I think six foot 215 Seth McGowan from Kentucky. He can move pretty well. I think Aaron Jones is getting up there in age. Jordan Mason's not coming back. So we're gonna have him sit under Aaron Jones, run quarter like a split backfield maybe, and then eventually
Mm-hmm.
have Seth McGowan take over the backfield. And then
I like it.
can never get. I think they're gonna take Brian Parker here, the second out of two. Can never get too much offensive line. He can always get moved to guard. I mean, help out. I mean, they have already the centerpiece, but their guards really do need some work. We saw
Yeah,
that in the
Landon
last.
Dickerson's always
Yeah.
hurt.
So we're gonna
I
take
like that.
Brian Parker the second. Honestly, if Trinidad was still here, they would take him. Like if he declared, but we're gonna say he didn't declare. But we could see
Yeah.
Drew Allard maybe getting taken here. I mean, I definitely have a grade 3, 4 round on him. But this, I'm gonna leave this up to you.
Yeah, I like Drew Lar.
I mean, the seal and to learn Aaron Rodgers for another year, he's gonna come back. But yeah, we get to the Jaguars again. Uh, Genesis Smith out of Arizona. He's 6'2", 204
That's good value. I
in
like Jennison
Instagram.
Smith.
All right. So that was our pick. That was our we first 3 round mock draft. Just the two of us. I
We're gonna
think we flew
post the
through it.
full results on the Instagram for you.
Yes, we are. But we're gonna shoot for another episode this week towards to get another Peewit on. Who's having really bad internet connections. He's kind of crashing out. But that was a 3 round mock draft from me and Shane. I think that was a pretty good mock draft. We did a little freaky mock draft and all that, but
Yeah, we switched it up this one. I like how it turned out in my eyes. I don't know about you.
mhm.
We try to keep it, what we think they're gonna do, and then also kind of what they need. Um, I think we did a pretty good job. Made some
I think
made
we
some
did
crafty fucking picks. I like it.
very crafty something trades
But
too.
yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode. This is mock draft 3. Next Thursday, obviously mock draft 4. So once again, thank you for being here. Expect videos to drop. I know Sunday night I'm gonna be making one. I'm gonna have a Jets video coming out this weekend. Aiden, you got any Raider stuff planned?
I'm gonna go through what we're gonna do for agency.
Yeah.
I would like to go through agency. I think that's more of a
Yeah,
big part.
I'm doing some free agency targets most likely, and then also some late round draft targets
All right, thank y'all for
or
watching.
some gems in the
Yeah,
draft. But
gems.
thank you guys for watching. Um, Once again, you've been watching the End Zone Panel. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you are on Spotify or YouTube, go check us out on Instagram at the End Zone Panel. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify. Go give us a follow. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your night.